Hey everyone, for all of you that don't know who I am, my name is Justin White. I'm the owner and operator of Aspen Cycling Tours. We have been around since 2013. I myself, however, did not start the business. That was all due thanks to my dear friend Ian Whitaker. Even after all these years, I still don't have too many photos or videos of him, at least that aren't of his back. He's a very strong rider, so I'm always just trying to keep up. But this is a very rare selfie he took from our first trip with clients overseas. This was taken on the North Island of New Zealand, and that's kind of how I originally got involved with the business. He brought me on as a rolling mechanic, driver, chef, basically whatever he and or the clients needed at the time. And thanks to him and our wonderful clients, we've been able to travel the world and ride our bikes in some incredible places. A lot of my core memories as a cyclist were with Ian, like this beautiful gravel road we stumbled upon on a scouting trip. A grainy and fuzzy video now, but a amazing memory in my mind still to this day. Those flower shots a bit ago were from our first trip to Drona. We've also been to Scotland, Switzerland, Canada, Majorca, and more. Ian's also one of those guys that is probably not wanting to watch this or is cringing just watching this because I'm talking about him too much. And so, that being said, I'm going to go ahead and move on from that and say that he's just a great guy. Lovely man. And thanks to him, I am where I am today. I'm here in Durango, Colorado with my partner KJ, and we are spending the winter down here training, riding, meeting new people, riding new trails, riding new dirt and paved roads. And it's been incredible so far. So it actually wasn't too long into our relationship where Ian asked me if I one day wanted to own the business. And I very much saw that as an incredible opportunity. I certainly didn't ever see myself become a business owner, let alone of one to this caliber, one in Aspen. And at first I said no. You know, him and his partner were thinking about moving to Missoula, starting up their own business over there. At which point my partner at the time and I wanted to do a big road trip. And so I said no. Fast forward a couple years to 2020. He asked me again if I wanted to, and my partner more or less said, if you don't buy the business, then I will. And it's been 6 years since. So once I kind of signed those papers to make Aspen Cycling Tours my own business, there was a couple things I wanted to change. As good as the business already was, I just wanted to make it that much better. I wanted to still continue to travel overseas with clients and explore and ride bikes in new places. But, you know, being 2021 at this point, things were a little iffy, so it definitely took us a couple years to get back into that rhythm again of traveling and taking clients to some places they hadn't seen before. So I kind of put all my eggs in the local tour basket. Really started to get a lot of people to come to the Aspen area, show them the Room Bells, show them Ashcroft Ghost Town, Independence Pass, Missouri Heights for those that still don't know it. All the great road riding in the area, but I also wanted to expand as well. I wanted to start doing some gravel stuff that was on the up and up after COVID, I'm sure, as you all know. I wanted to start taking some more mountain bike tours locally and overseas as well, because that is how I kind of identify myself still to this day as a mountain biker. I also wanted to start providing some coaching, whether that be, hey, I just got this brand new mountain bike, I know nothing about it. Can you please help me with cornering, braking, you know, getting up and over obstacles, or whether it's coaching in the sense of I'm doing level next year, help me get to that finish line. I wanted to do all that on top of provide more race support, you know, cook those dinners, do some mechanical support, hand out bottles, just whatever those clients needed that I wanted to be there. I didn't want Aspen Cycling Tours to be in this box. Another couple things I wanted to change as well for the business, or not necessarily even change, but just add to our long list of what we can do. I wanted to start working with brands that I used or I believed in, or the clients were asking for. And to my surprise, we reached for the stars and actually nailed one. We were able to grab Specialized more or less from the beginning. We've been working with them for a number of years now, and it has been absolutely fantastic. They make some of the best bikes. We have put thousands upon thousands upon thousands of miles on all of our bikes, and it's been a good relationship. Outside of Specialized, Kuat Racks has been with us more or less since day one. They've been a huge help, whether it is getting our clients bikes that we're tuning to and from the houses, whether that is doing a multi-day tour where we need to maybe go from one place to another and carry some bikes. Kuat has been incredible. They've been behind us for a long time. And a company that we originally started with as well was with Rafa. Rafa also at the time provided some custom cycling wear, in which we got in contact with our friend Lindsay Ann Jones, and she was able to design this monochromatic tie-dye that was trending at the time as our first kit. At the same time, we were also able to design, with the help of Brandon, a Rafa Prestige in Aspen. It was a ton of fun showing all these newcomers and locals to kind of like back roads or dirt roads that they maybe still hadn't been on. So that event was super, super fun. But unfortunately, once Rafa kind of more or less pulled the plug on their custom cycling wear, I had to start looking elsewhere. So for the last maybe 3 years now, we've been working with Strafe here actually. And if you don't know Strafe from cycling, maybe you know them in the ski realm. And if you have heard of Strafe, you've maybe also heard of John and or Pete Gaston. Both incredible guys, both incredible athletes as well. Thanks to John, Pete, the rest of the Strafe staff, and Lindsay, we've now created about 6 or 7 different fun and unique kits over the years. Lindsay is a longtime Carbondale local like myself, and she has done all of our artwork, merch, and or advertising for us since I first started helping out with the business. We've been really lucky to have her as our on-staff artist, so to speak. Lindsay has created a ton of things here locally for other Roaring Fork Valley businesses, as well as a bunch of stuff for other companies all throughout the US and even overseas. She first created our Colorado floral kit, yet another design that was all the rage at the time. After that, we had her draw out a colorful, fun, and unique wrap for our van, something that, thanks to her, has drawn a lot of attention and brought us a lot of business. Since we use it at all of our race weekends, multi-day tours, and driving our clients around, it's probably our single most favorite piece of artwork she's ever done for us. So much so that the very next year, we had her turn that wrap into her kit design. Even though I'm not currently in Aspen, Colorado, I have lived in the Roaring Fork Valley since 2004, so quite a while. And I have gotten to know the roads, the trails, the people quite well. Although I had moved there in 2004, I had never really got on a bike until about 2008. And at the time, I was shown the classic Smuggler, Hunter Creek, Iowa Shaft Loop. And man, I not only did I, of course, get sandbagged and dropped, I also didn't like it at the time. You know, didn't think cycling was a thing for me or it was going to go anywhere. But thankfully, thanks to a couple friends like Kazi, for example, you know, he introduced to me how cycling can be fun and not just trying to rip each other's legs off or make a point of who's the strongest or anything like that whatsoever. While at the same time, introducing to me racing. You know, Kazi was able to show me all these different aspects of the sport that can still be fun as well as competitive. And so I took it very seriously at first. I tried any and every kind of discipline. I raced cross country single speed. I did downhill for a while. I did dual slalom, 4-cross. Super D was a ton of fun, as chaotic as it is or was. And then as my kind of trajectory or skills or performance was starting to get better, unfortunately, Mountain States Cup was kind of going the other direction. Once it finally kind of closed its doors, enduro racing started coming up, so we started doing some of that, traveling into places like Angel Fire in the early season to do some techie, rocky, fun enduros there, to the whole enchilada, more or less top to bottom, which was chaotic and fun at the time. And then once that kind of died down as well, I really started moving into the endurance side of things. I started picking up multi-hour races. First one was 18 hours of Fruta. I believe I got fourth that year, to my surprise. And I just started finding myself in our backyard exploring. It's probably time to head back to the house. There's probably still a lot of you wondering why I am talking in front of this camera. Why does Aspen Cycling Tours now have a YouTube associated with the business? There's a couple different reasons. One, of course, is to kind of broaden our scope, make sure that a lot of you know who we are, what we do. But secondly, also to really hope that y'all will continue to watch these upcoming episodes or vlogs or video series or whatever you'd like to call them, because this upcoming summer has the potential of being the most incredible, most impactful summer that Aspen Cycling Tours has ever been a part of, both locally in the Roaring Fork Valley and overseas. And as much as I am kind of teasing without telling you what's to happen, I really just wanted to take this first episode to kind of explain what Aspen Cycling Tours is, what we do, who I am, who Ian is, and, kind of leave you at the edge of your seat for this next episode. So please stay tuned, because it's going to be incredible. Really, trust me.